helped them get the lead, but we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Here's Post. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Post has got himself on the board with a three there.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Here's White. It's tipped. Here's Curry. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
Up top, White. Giving them some good production. Putting up just around 16.5 points a game. And stolen by Porzingis. Brown scanning the floor. Back to White. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board. Back to Butler.
Butler, so crafty around the rim.
Well, the defense was all over him, but Butler is not someone who gets wrapped.
White. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. White's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're finding ways to get the ball to the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Here's White. Kick out to Brown. Back to White. Outside Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Cornette. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Boston making a switch here. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Golden State calls timeout. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but I had some leaping ability early on. I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Outside Pajemski. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And here's Horford. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Craig on the wing. Horford outside. Lets the 3 fly. That won't go. This is his first shot of the game.
2 minutes.
Back to Butler. Jimmy Butler, so smooth inside.
Well, I think the kids would say Jimmy was in his bag, right?
Walsh. Craig, no good. The Warriors leading. And here's Kuminga for 3. They get it again. Pass to Post. Now Butler. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
And the Warriors with possession. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. And it's good. 2 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks. Impressive one-hand slam right there.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing. This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Boston trailing. Pass to Walsh. "16 seconds left in the second period. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Moody with it. Outside Kuminga. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first.
Score.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Pass to Green. It's Pajemski on the wing. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 6 to shoot. That is blocked.
Well, Holiday is a phenomenal defender. A point guard who can block your shot if you're not careful.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And it's in there.
Curry.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
Here's White. Inside. White gets it to go.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, "I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something."
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie.
Please give a big round of applause.
Timeout called, the Warriors.
Something you
And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
And the Warriors making a change here.
Post. Buddy Hield.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Here's Tatum. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Outside for Butler. Pass to Curry. Here's Post. Releases. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Stan, we've seen a resurgence for Kristaps Porzingis over the last few seasons. What changed?
Well, Brian, he really dug down into the numbers, identifying his best shot profile and really focusing on that. it's helped his efficiency. Yeah, and Butler leaving no doubt on that drive to the hole. What a play.
And that one's good. Porzingis.
From Derek White.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Here's Post. Nails it from 3. Post has got 8.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spaces.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's Curry. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Pritchard. Tipped.
Out of bounds.
And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it. Warriors trail by 6. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
I love it. Nice activity defensively. Getting in there to disrupt the pass.
1:43 left in the third quarter.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Assist goes to.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Horford really looking like an ageless wonder throwing it down.
Horford.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line could be the next best thing.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Boston?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
Yeah, all game long, they've been also playing well inside in the paint. Lots of points are coming their way thanks to them attacking the interior.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Curry. Tries yet again. The rebound, Celtics.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
Jackson Davis with it. Pass to Kuminga. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Derek White getting it done for Boston. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be.
The Warriors, 33.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Boston leading by 9. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
From Drew Holiday.
White's got 10 points here in the second half.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
The shot by Pajemski, no good. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. Here's Looney. Porzingis grabs the board. And here's Brown for three. Bullseye! Jaylen Brown! Warriors trail by 14. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Warriors ball.
Outside Moody. Pass to Pajemski. It's stolen by Holiday. Here's White. And he counts off